system. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Japan in 1995. After I graduated college from graduated college in Japan, I joined the publishing company in Japan, and I became a travel writer. My job was, I was in charge of tropical islands. So I visited so many tropical islands in the world, and I wrote the essay on the magazine or newspaper. And then I moved to United States 2003. Before I moved to United States, I had a brief stop in the island called Jamaica, Caribbean island. I get married and I have my first son there, and I moved to United States with myself and 3-year-old son. And I became a sales manager at IT company in Houston. And I remarried and became stay-home mom with 3 children. This is my 3 children here. And why I chose WFG. March 2022, as you know, that COVID hit. And everybody was talking so much negative thing. They keep talking like, oh, this is a horrible thing, happened once in 100 years. When I heard that, I feel like, wait a minute, pandemic with Zoom may be a big chance. Maybe a big chance only happened once in 100 years. And also, after my first son, left home to go to college 5 years ago, I was looking for the second career to realize my value. So I've been stay-home mom more than 10 years that time. And, I believe stay-home mom is one of the most valuable career in this whole world, but we don't get paid. And I started to wonder, what is my value? I raised children in different language, different culture. It wasn't easy. And these all experience, how much, does it value? How much I can earn actually? I just want to share with you tips to recruit stay-home mom, especially who has a child left home already. When stay-home mom have a child who left home, we feel like this. It's like we feel empty. And we have more time than before because the child left home, right? And financially in need, because when they go to college, they realize, oh my gosh, college expense so expensive. And they have a great experience, raising the child. You need a patience, and they're given because we do a lot of volunteering at school, especially. And when the kids left home, they start to question, what is my value? How much I can earn actually? Don't you think this is the best prospect? I was one of them. I was typical. And I thought, maybe WFG is the place to find the answer. So this is my why, why I chose WFG 2.5 years ago. And my 2.5-year journey is a 100% by Zoom. So I got a license in May 2022 here. And my 2-year results, MD 8 months and 50K 1.5 year, SMB 2 years. And I reached 28 states. And what do I mean by reach 28 states means like my team, 99% are Japanese. And our members, including Just Wanna Learn, they come from 28 states. So this is the map I have here, right here, right in front of me. And whenever somebody recruit the new team member from the new state, I color by the, different time zone. So, I would like to share what I did in these 2.5 years. So number 1, field training by Zoom. So, I appreciate Julia so much because she taught me from zero. Really, I didn't know anything. And I started field training June, July 2020. And I wrote the 30 prospect list, and I divided this 30 people to the 10 group. Like I put the two or three people in one group who they know each other. For example, like my son's soccer team mom, or my daughter's elementary school friend's mom, or something like that. And I set up the 10 college funding Zoom with Julia. And what I did was, like, if you have three people, I always try to reach somebody who probably say yes first. And first you say yes, so most likely the rest of two more easier to get yes. So I got yes 29 out of 30 per prospect list. Pretty good, right? And this is what I wrote, the text message. Now, hey, so-and-so, guess what? I just started financial consultant business and would like to hold my own college funding seminar 2 months later. But to do so, I need to practice. To practice, I need people to listen. Can you be my listener? Since I cannot present well yet, my business mentor, Julia, will do the presentation. And all you need to do is just join the Zoom and listen to Julia's presentation and ask Julia some questions. I can learn how Julia presents to you, and I also can learn from your questions. Julia's information will be very helpful for you because you have middle school students. I can't wait. Thank you so much. When do you have 45 minutes next week? Oh, by the way, so-and-so, she said she can join as well. So why don't you join too? Like, yay. So I got 29 yes out of 30. But did I have a good result? They all show up. Actually, they show up to the Zoom, but actually not much thing happened. I did finish 3:30, but this part, I think all you need to do is just join the Zoom and listen. Maybe I shouldn't write this sentence because that's what they did. They just joined the Zoom and listen and gone. But anyway, as I promised, seminar in 2 months, right? So I hold a public seminar as I promised. So this is my first public seminar in August. I hold with Julia, the college planning, right? The topic was college planning. And I started to do more and more public seminar. So this was my field training. And then I started to have a weekly Japanese seminar by Zoom. I got help from Takeshi and Sayuri, my upline. August 2020, I already ran out of my prospect list, but that 30 prospect was all I could find. So I said, what should I do? I'm already running out of prospect lists. And within the full-timer meeting, they said you should use the social media, right? So I started to use the social media. That time, I wasn't familiar with the social media, so I only had like 5 friends in my Facebook. But I started it, and I found this lady. She was my old friend. I haven't kept in touch with her more than 10 years. She was selling her cosmetic. So we made a deal. Okay, I'm going to buy your product, so you join my Zoom. And then she became my first superstar in Texas. So she brought like 7 of her friends in 1 week. Those are all Japanese. And they started to say, I don't understand English seminar. So I kind of started to rush and start to translate all these seminar, IUL seminar, annuity seminar, social security or long-term care, because I couldn't let this, my superstar go. And September 2020, since I have to translate, I have to be a speaker, I have to organize the seminar, I was so busy. So I started to love attack my best friend. I call this love attack. These are my best friends. They are very good in public speaking. So I thought they can help me to do the seminar together. So I really love attack my best friend. I said, even you say no, I cannot give you up. You are so attracted to me. So don't say no. I keep telling that to them. So they give up saying no and they say yes. So they helped me to start to do a lot of seminar together. And we did so many college funding Japanese public seminar. So starting from October, since we did a lot of public seminar, like we advertise on social media, we start to have a lot of people joining from the coal markets. And these are I call them social media queens. We recruited from the social media, from that public seminar, college funding. And when we recruited them, they already know how to branding themselves. If you want to prospect through social media, you have to be like chosen by the reader who read your, Instagram, or you have to let them feel like, oh, I want to connect with you. I want to talk to you. I want to have Zoom with you. And these ladies already know how to branding themselves to let them choose you. So we start to reach many states from like Japanese in many states through social media. And I start to also collaborate with the specialists to hold a public seminar. This is, he is the very popular Japanese CPA in Illinois. So I just contact him and simply ask him, can we do seminar together? He said yes right away. And he is a very knowledgeable college counselor. So I hold a public seminar several times with these people. And when we do public seminar with these specialists, we always get like 100, 200, sometimes it was 300 people register for the public seminar. Public seminar, always we can get a lot of people because they know how to advertise. They know how they are with these ladies' help. They advertise very well. But this is the hard part of coal markets. Even we have like 200 people join the seminar, are they become like an instant client? The answer is not that easy. Maybe less than 10% become an instant client. So we need to follow up constantly. It takes time, so these ladies follow up with a newsletter or a blog, etc., to let the prospect know you more and let them like get used to you more. We need to plant the seed. But now I start to see the plant, the seed started to make flowers right now. It's coming like little by little. So because since we start to have more and more people joining from many states, we start to have a big goal. Like we should dream big, right? So our goals, we start to have a goal that let's reach Japanese market all over the United States. So we keep working, and then, more and more people start to join from everywhere. And then, now it's 28 states. And I often use the word, we are the pioneer. Everything first is challenging. It's not easy to deal with so many states, but challenge is an opportunity to grow, right? So we take this positive. And, when my team member recruits the new team from new state, I always tell them, oh, congratulations. Georgia state is yours, Yuka. South Carolina is yours. That's your state. You are the pioneer. We always cheer each other like this. And another thing, number 5, output is the best input. I always try to ask my business member to do the seminar together because I want them to feel like I belong to this team. If they feel like they belong to the team, they stay longer. And so I always encourage them to become a speaker as soon as possible. But not everybody likes to speak in public, so it doesn't have to be a seminar. It can be a field training, like only 3 people, or it can be the meeting, like, 10 people. It doesn't have to be a big seminar. For example, I always ask my trainee to share can you share rule of 72? Can you explain rule of 72 to your friend? I always ask them to do that, to be a speaker little by little. Can be only one slide, little by little. Start to share, start to be a speaker. And when I ask my team member to do the seminar, I always give them a 3-in-1 set. The script of the seminar, the recording video of the seminar, and the presentation of the seminar. So I put 3-in-1 and I pass to my team member like 3 months before. For example, hey, can you do the long-term care seminar 2 months later? So I'll give you these 3 sets. So you can start to prepare from, now. And they like it a lot. For example, this lady, I don't know if you can hear, this lady, she has a nice, very beautiful gray hair. So I told her, you are in charge of long-term care seminar because, you look very cute on it. So she said, yeah, I'll do it, and she's the realtor. So you are in charge of mortgage seminar. They're so confident because she's doing that business. So she's so confident to do that seminar and they feel like they belong to this team. I'm part of this team. And another thing is, January 2022, Super Saturday, Las Vegas. That was my first, in-person convention. From that convention, my number takeaway was duplicatable. When you join a big event, you usually have so many takeaways, like 30, 40 takeaways. And I don't know what to do with so many takeaways. So I always stick with number 1 takeaway. And that time it was duplicatable. And January 2022, my team started to grow. And I was kind of overwhelmed with dealing with many states and wondering, how can I organize my team? So that's why this word duplicatable, hit me very, very much. So the convention was in Las Vegas and I live in San Diego. So we drew back to, San Diego. It's like 5 hours drive. In that driving, I keep talking with my, dear business partner, Michiho. What should we do about duplicatable? So right after I arrive home, I start to make the presentation of the fast start, orientation, and PFS. And I also practice and made a demonstration video of these, presentation. And then I pass to my business member so that they can duplicate. And I feel this works very much. So I try to make it simple. I try to standardize and so that my business can grow faster and easier. And recently, I add this one. The title is Understand and Master WFG Language. I call these WFG language X-curve, tax now, later, advantage, rule of 72, impact of losses. I call this WFG language. And I add this in a fast start. So when I have a business partner, new business member, I explain about this WFG language within my fast start. And after I explain these X-curve, these thing, I give the presentation to the new business partner and I send the demonstration a video and I ask them, please understand and master it so that within the field training, I'm going to ask you to explain the X-curve to your friend. So please start to prepare. And the next one is the leadership rhythm and push and pull and patience. So I think it's about a month ago, Julia explained to me what she learned from John Maxwell. They're doing the very expensive extended coaching from John Maxwell, right? So she explained to me, I got this today, so I'll explain to you. So she explained to me, and I really liked it. So I talked to my my dear business partner Shinobu we hold a weekly business team meeting every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. That's my 1 hour meeting, weekly meeting. And we discuss and talk and we decide, okay, odd number Sunday, I myself will do the push. I usually, do the 50% knowledge, 50% mindset. And the even number Sunday, Shinobu will do the pull. Pull is like an open discussion. She posts the questions like 3 days before the meeting, and she asks everybody to prepare the question. And then she, they let them do the open discussion. They talk each other. And then she does the MC. I'm the structure type and she's more relationship type. So I thought Shinobu can do, better than me doing the pulling part. And Shinobu also, right now, she's running for SMD. And I always think if you want to be SMD, act like SMD. Think ahead, act ahead. So I wanted Shinobu also to be started, preparing for SMD. So when I buy a clothes, I usually start to wear it same day or next day. I don't keep in my closet because I'll forget to wear it. So in business, I would like to implement action plan very quickly. I don't know how to wear. I can't wear all the time. I want to do it quickly. And next is leverage the system. May 2022, there was a convention in this area, Builder Flow. Shame on me. That was my first time I understood the WFG system. Actually, I didn't know very well until that time. So before May 2022, all I knew was BBC 10 and 3330. I didn't know much. And why BBC 10? Because when I just started this business, my CEO, Michelle, said, if you keep doing BBC 10, you can be SMD. And I thought, why BBC 10 can make me SMD? I don't understand. But I just started it. I don't know anything. Michelle knows everything. So I said, okay, I'll do it because I want to be SMD. So BBC 10, February, April, May, October 2021, March 2022, we did the BBC 10. At that time, I was a trainer. So we recruit so many Japanese. And I was so proud of her and proud of myself. And I became SMD in May 2022. But 2 months ago, July 2022, we also hit BBC 10, but this time a little bit different. So Tomoe, my superstar, she did the personal 7 recruit, and another superstar, Ayako, did the personal 2. And I'm like, I'm not doing so much as I did before. They did by themselves. Most likely they did by themselves. So I feel I have to do at least 1 to close this BBC 10. And last month, we also hit BBC 10. She do another personal recruit 7, and she also did personal 3. And I feel like, again, I cannot rely on them everything, right? So I did 1. I have to, right? I have to do something. So thanks to Visalia, now I finally understand what is Builder Flow. So I made this Google document I share with my team member like Tomoe or Ayako, and we always update what is going on, how many cells, how close we are. We share this Google document and we update each other to always chase. So she hit 5:30. That was 2 days after we came back from convention. So the convention always help people to motivate. Tomoe keeps saying, I'm elevated. That's what she was saying. And to me, this builder flow is very similar to like playing a video game. I grew up with the Nintendo family computer, Super Mario Brothers. So to me, it's like a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Like it's like a playing game. So, let's go to the next level. We should have fun. We should enjoy doing this business. So this is my last slide. So my goal this year, 100K, and next year, EMD 500K, And 2024 CEO 1 million. Tell your goal to as many people as possible. So today I tell my goal to 88 people. So today is my lucky day. And this is my Japanese team. It was in convention. We wore kimono. Penny is here as my CEO, Michelle and Julia Takeshi. We all here together. And last week I was searching, by the way, how many Japanese in the United States? As I Google it, and it said 500,000 Japanese in the United States. So far, I recruited 200 people, 200 Japanese. And actually, I was kind of, wow, 200 people. But look at this, 500,000, 200. I have so many work to do. So anyway, your dream will come true with the WFC system. So let's play this game together. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ai, for the wonderful training. What I tell you, right? So she has been went through a lot the last 2.5 years. She did a lot of initiative, and then she translated the presentation. So she recorded her Zoom meetings. She trained her team member. Not only she's very good at personal recruit and personal production, her team has very strong leaders coming out. So very, very proud of her. Right. So, and then, I don't know if you have any questions, right? So we did not have the Q&A sections. But what we can do right now is that we're going to do a breakout room. Right? So we're going to get a few people together. Just like Hashimoto mentioned in the training, is that you might take away a lot of things, but what is the number one takeaway? What did you learn? Right? Could be the implement part, right? Could be leverage the Zoom, could be leverage the convention, right? So after you listen to her, what kind of things that you wanted to take action on so you can have a similar result? So we're going to do a breakout Zoom really quick. And everybody can share just one thing and you learn from, and also that what you're going to take action on. All right. And then we're going to come back. We're going to share a little bit more. All right. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lomina. Hello, you are muted. And Mitsu.
Hello.
Oh, we have Rumiko too, also Japanese leader. Ivy and Shang. Yeah. So yeah, anybody want to share? Okay, I can start. One thing I learned from Ai is I think her determination, right? And also I love the way that she actually trained her team so that they can actually do the seminar very quickly, right? So it's not only her that doing it, that she's not the only person to do it, that her team actually do it, right? So the duplicable part is definitely amazing. So that's the one thing I learned, and I really love it. So that would be something that I want to see if I can implement in my team too. So anybody wants to share?
I can go next. I saw the passion of reaching out to as many states as possible in that short span. So that is exciting. I want to take action is to duplicate or to follow what she actually started. We can slowly expand to several states, so we can plant the seeds at different states. Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing. So
yeah, it's I can share pretty much the same thing. Like you ladies said, the passion that she has, and then determination that I need to go get here, and then practicing presentation. I mean, having that weekly meeting and then duplication, because this is something that actually I have felt in the beginning, because I have been on a lot of field trips, but I didn't get the chance to speak much in the beginning, and it was kind of giving me a little of the sense, because we all come from different professions, right? So we are all used to talking, and then after a while, if it was 2-3 times that my clients or prospects were approached by my trainer, they can't, you are my friend, you recruited me, why is your trainer? And I didn't get that chance in the beginning, so it resonated with me. It's a great job, like she said, be the speaker as soon as possible and duplicate, and then belonging to a team and working together, this is something that I will take action on, and I actually, because what happened to me, I made that promise to me that if I bring somebody, they have to know as much as I know right away, because it makes a huge difference in the business. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you for sharing. So Rumiko, do you want to share a few words?
It's amazing. I didn't know her at the beginning, but I knew she was doing a lot of Zoom seminar. So she has 3 kids also by herself, so I talked to her. How do you manage your kids and housework and business? And you have a lot of team members to manage, and that lead. She said that, Rumiko, you have your husband and you're spoiled. My 3 kids, I have 3 kids, and they have teenagers, they have attitude, they complain a lot of stuff. And your kids also spoiled. Her kids, no excuse, because mommy has to work and provide a necessity to the kids, and they have to listen and they have to do what they're supposed to do. I thought, wow, then I start gradually learning about her attitude. She's so level, emotionally very stable. I'm sure she's going through ups and downs, but she knows how to manage her emotion, because she knows what's important for her, what she wants in life. I said, oh my God, you are awesome. So I stopped complaining about myself. And also, I learned from her that she's very good at presenting strategies. What will work for her team, not only for herself own benefit. And I really admire her. There's no stopping, kept on going. But also I shouldn't compare with a different person, because even though I'm saying Japanese, because I have a different life, and as long as we don't stop, we will get there where we want to be there. So I learned from them, even though they start very much recently, like 2 years ago, and I am doing this business about 8-10 years, but still I learn from everybody. I congratulate her and start very much, as long as we don't stop with different there's no stopping, kept on going. For her, I learned from her that she's very good at presenting strategies. What will work for her team, not only for herself own benefit. And I really admire her. There's no stopping, kept on going. But also I shouldn't compare with a different person, because even though I'm saying Japanese, because I have a different life, and as long as we don't stop, we will get there where we want to be there. So I learned from them, even though they start very much recently, like 2 years ago, and I am doing this business about 8-10 years, but still I learn from everybody. I congratulate her, and so that's very good influence in the community, I think.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we also know something that we don't know from the presentation, right? So you have that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And Nomina, like you mentioned about like your teammate said that there's why there's a trainer coming in, right? So maybe you want to see if there's a chance for you to bridge them better, so that they can actually jump down to help. I mean, like we definitely want to make sure we become independent soon, but at the same time, you also want to leverage the trainer so that you become the good bridge, right? Otherwise, somehow if it's only you, between you and the relationship is only you and your teammate, then it's weak, right? Somehow if the something happens and then you want to have somebody to leverage, then you don't have that relationship to leverage out, right? Yeah, so I think that would be something that you want to discuss with your trainer and your teammate to see how can you actually create the opportunity so that they actually know each other better, so you can actually bridge the trust between you and your teammate so that she or he wants to talk to your trainer, right? So yeah, hopefully that would be, but definitely.
So, I mean, yes, it's this was a little while ago, so
yeah,
my upline and my trainer is not in the business anymore, so it's different. No, it's different, and definitely leveraging it always give you that. And I still do a lot of I take going on field trips with another trainer that is more senior to you or been in the business. It's always such a blessing, and I'm actually very happy now. I do directly work with Nancy and Vita, so they are great, and I always have success when I yeah. So it's been definitely. It's always like a three-way. It's not just me and then get on your own, and because we have a good system and we have all these amazing uplines and sidelines that we can leverage, and I do believe because different trainers, different upline, different sideline speak different language, right? Like WFG, so it resonates with people. No, I'm a big believer in leveraging and using the leaders, but at the same time, get on your own and do training. And then this is back and forth because, I can only duplicate if I know the material. My downline we can duplicate if somebody else is trained, but if I am the upline and I don't know the material, then it's very hard to duplicate. So that was what I was, yeah.
Yeah, definitely become the owner of the business, right? So you have that ownership and then you take the lead and then also initiate a lot of different things. I think I also did the same thing. That she actually mentioned that her teammates or her guests complaining like, we don't understand English,
yes.
like very little, right? So then she actually became the person who initiated the discussion in Japanese, right? So
right.
That actually took the lead to make sure that her community will be served. So I think that's definitely something that we can also learn, right? So to become patient and then to have that ownership too. Right? I'm very, very happy for you.
Yes, thank you. Like she said, pioneers, like she translated the presentations in Japanese, and that's like, yes, that's huge. There's something that we can learn and do little things that help your business and your prospects.
Yeah, I know that Bida is doing a lot of Persian seminars too, right? Yeah.
Yes, we did, and I have been with them, and the market is same as Japan, and even maybe bigger for Iranians and all. It's a huge Farsi speaking community that we have to reach.
That's awesome. Happy for you. And thank you for sharing, Mitsu, and thank you for sharing, Rumiko. Right, so we are all.
Thank you, ladies.
So
you're on fire. It makes a huge difference in the business. So, yeah, thanks.
Thank you for sharing. So, Rumiko, do you want to share a few words?
It's amazing.